Hey guys, Jamie Faye here, Millennial Life and Relationship Coach, and I am committing to do Facebook Lives on Wednesday that are related just to wellness. So I'm getting into the habit of planning out my Facebook Lives and talking about themes that are important to me. So today is all about your poop, poo, bowel movement, whatever you want to call it. Doesn't matter, same thing for me. So this is a serious topic, although I think it's important to think lightly about it, and I hope that some people will learn something from this. I'm sure a lot of people will learn something because I think it's really strange that we don't learn about how our bowel movements should be when we're in school in health, right? And parents don't learn this about their children, just about baby poop, but not about, as their children are growing older, how their bowel movements should be and what this says about your health. Because when you know what healthy bowel movements are, then you can really be in touch with what your health status is. And when you have healthy bowel movements, and healthy poo, we're just gonna call it poop. I like poop better. Some people like poo. I like poop. I don't know why. Then you can be aware of how your body is digesting your food, and that just totally goes into how you're feeling, and over time into disease prevention of all kinds, including mental health, including feeling anxiety or depression that's absolutely related to what you're eating and how you're digesting, and also to things like diabetes and thyroid conditions and cancer even, because our bodies being in a balanced state and being healthy is what prevents certain diseases from coming out into our bodies. So, okay, so everything from, I just want to say, chronic fatigue. So when I was a child, I struggled with IBS. I had stomach aches and after dinner every night, and I was taking, thank goodness my parents were open to holistic medicine, taking digestive enzymes and probiotics, and that really helped me. But I had to deal with that all into my 20s of having a really sensitive stomach and not knowing what to do and trying a million different things. I was always trying new diets, and I was vegan, I was vegetarian, I was pescatarian, and I was all those things. And I tried so many things, and a lot of them helped a little bit. But the thing that helped me the most and 100% was Ayurveda. Ayurveda is a holistic Indian medicine. It's preventative medicine, and it's very individualized. So it goes into the type of body that you have. Hi, say hi when you hop on. And gets really specific. But today I'm just going to talk to you about what healthy poop and bowel movements are, because I know that just so many people are not aware of it. And in my work as a coach, I am very holistic. I actually call it eulistic because it's all about you, but it's about your whole being, health and everything, because that really affects feelings of stuckness or anxiety or depression. And the basics of this is that so many people are just not connected to their bodies. And I don't know if you're watching this, maybe you think, wow, I didn't know that my poo or poop or bowel movement had anything to do with preventing disease or feeling tired or having anxiety. Well, it's just one of the easiest ways that we can see that our bodies are in stress mode and are working too hard to digest our food. So when we know what it should be like, then we can strive for that. And we're not going to get too much into that. Hi, say hi when you're here. I hope this is it's a light topic. I think it's important also that we feel comfortable talking about this. Hey, Talia. Because talking about this is just the basic of being healthy. Hey, Adam. Welcome. It's so nice to have you live. Adam, so great. Adam's my friend from high school. Okay, so we're talking about struggling with IBS, etc., holistic, etc. I'm going to recommend a book at the end also, but I'm showing it to you on my iPad because I lent it to a client today. One second. I'm going to show it. This is the book Can you see it? Deepak Chopra's Perfect Digestion. I'll put a link in the comments also to the book. It's amazing. It's a super easy read, and it will go through a lot about what it is to, how to eat, when to eat, all these things that really affect our digestion. And I think he says this, but I've always believed this. It's not about what you eat. You're not what you eat. You are what you absorb. And you are what you can use. So everyone's different, and that's a really important thing. So we're going to get into poop. I forgot one of my props, so I'm just going to lean over here and get it. Okay. So the first thing we're going to talk about is shape. The shape of your poop or your bowel movement is super important. The shape of your bowel movement should be like this, relatively like a banana. These bananas are going to go in the freezer for banana bread real soon. They're a little too ripe. Okay? They smell good though. So your poop should be in the shape of your intestine, right? So that you can imagine that it comes out of this squiggly shape, right? And so that's the shape that it should be. And if you're eating well and you have low stress and you're exercising, I'm giving too much already. I'm going to talk about that at the end. Still there? Okay, sorry. My phone's on Do Not Disturb, but somehow a call came through. I don't know. So that's the first thing. It should be in that shape. So some people experience bowel movements or poop that are everything from pellets to diarrhea or soft stool, or in the book, we'll talk about even like pencils, like all kinds of things. And you'll notice, obviously, when you don't eat well, you're going to have even a worse experience. But if you have all the time something that's not in the shape, if you're joining us now, of a banana or similar to that, and feeling the shape of your intestine, then that's a first sign that you have some changes in your diet and lifestyle to make. Okay, the second one is about floating. So whether you have the shape of the banana or other shapes, your stool or poop should float. Yes, it should be buoyant. That might sound weird, but that's the truth. If it sinks to the bottom, it's a sign of what in Ayurveda is called amma, but a sign of toxins or poisons. And it doesn't mean you're eating poison. It just means you're eating things that your body has to work really hard to digest, and it's too hard for your body. You're putting your body through too much than it should, and it's not capable of it. Okay, the next is smell. How many of you have ever thought about this? Do you ever think about your poop? If you do, please say yes. I have lots of friends and clients and people in my community who are health coaches, so they're probably thinking about that. If not, if this is like, why are we talking about poop? I hope you get from the video why, but I also hope you think about it. So, smell. Your poop, poo, stool should not reek. Like if you ever have a stomach virus or food poisoning, you'll notice that like it's a very different, can be very, what's the word? A bad smell, like really strong and stays in the restroom and it's just bad. That is a sign that your digestion is not what it should be. So if it smells, of course it's not going to smell good, but it shouldn't be like reeking, oh my gosh, don't go in there. Because you've all said that, right? Like, I don't feel well, don't go in there. That is not what it should be. Okay, next is frequency. Now, depending on your body type, which you can get into in the book that I recommended in general, or just looking into Ayurveda or other, other holistic medicines like naturopathy, which is fairly individualized. Frequency of going to the toilet, having a bowel movement is different for each body type. So, but going every day at least once is normal. There are some people that do go twice a day or 3 times a day. More than that is already going off balance to the other side. But constipation really is not going at least once a day. So if you're a person who struggles with constipation, whether you're not going every day, you're not going even every 2 or 3 days, then you can absolutely change this by changing your diet and changing your lifestyle, because relieving yourself of the things that you aren't able to digest on a daily basis is very important to your health, because every amount of time that the stool stays in your body, it starts to reabsorb. So all of the toxins and waste that your body wants to excrete, it starts to reabsorb it back. So it's important that we have movement, and that's why it's called a bowel movement, and we excrete what we don't need. Okay, one more thing is about gas. So gas is normal. Like after someone has some kind of stomach or bowel surgery, the doctors will wait until they have some gas, right? To show that things are working, because gas is normal. There's all kinds of bacteria in the gut and they're working, and it's important. But very smelly, strong, and frequent or painful gas is just also a sign of imbalance and poor digestion. So just be mindful of that and know that that's not like what you need to live with. You don't need to live with painful gas. You don't need to live with, embarrassing smelly gas. You can change that with your diet. So, just a minute about what things affect. Like, what are the reasons why your poop might not be in, make it check off in all of the categories I just talked about. So it could be what you eat. It usually is. It's often how you eat and when you eat. The situation, if you're doing something else at the same time, if you're talking at the same time, if you're drinking at the same time, if you're not chewing your food properly, meaning really chewing it completely. Also exercise. If you're not exercising, then your digestion will take much longer usually, and exercising is a great way to keep things moving in the body. And stress. Stress is a huge one. So I hope this made you think about your poop. I am obviously really comfortable talking about this stuff because I think it's so important, and I believe in preventative holistic medicine and Western medicine combined, functional medicine, when there is an issue or a problem that you need to heal. But I do believe that a lot of it is in our control in regards to preventing disease and recurring illness, everything from the flu to diabetes to cancer. So let's all be more mindful and notice how our poop is, the shape, if it floats, the smell, the frequency, and gas, and just take notice and see what we can do about it. This is the book, again, Perfect Digestion by Deepak Chopra. I'm going to put it in the comments. And if you, yes, exactly, Talia, perfect emoji. Actually couldn't find it when I was making the live. I was like, it's okay, I'll add it later. So yeah, if you have any questions or you want some other book recommendations, I would start with this because it's so super simple, or you're looking for a doctor or someone to consult with, or you want to know more about how this could relate to other things in your body. I'm here. I'm super fascinated and love working with people who are really interested in the connection between this, as well as their mind, as well as stress, as well as all the things going on in their life. I believe that all of these things are connected. So thanks for being here. And yeah, I hope you have a great day, and see you next week on Wellness Wednesday. If you have a topic that you'd like me to talk about, you can send me a message or leave a comment here. Thanks for being here live. Thanks for being here, replayers, and have an awesome day or night. Bye.